This is a monologue called Running from Debris. In this monologue, Gordy talks to a therapist about his experience on 9/11. I was a security guard directly across the street from the Twin Towers. It was just another day. I was making the rounds when I heard this deep imploding sound. And everything kind of quivered around me, like an earthquake tremor. It lasted a few seconds, but it was enough for me to go to the front desk and check it out. My coworker Bob told me to go outside and look up. That a helicopter hit the South Tower. As soon as I looked up, I knew right away that something wasn't right. And it felt bigger than a helicopter. My gut was screaming at me. We made all the proper procedure calls for such a thing. We stood outside to watch everything. It was a sad sight. And we learned that it wasn't a helicopter. It was an airplane. But then, like 20 minutes later, we hear the most horrifying sound. It was the sound of the second plane. Just before it hit the second tower, the engine roared. Complete madness took place. People in the streets were running. And then things got ugly. Debris began falling from the building, hitting people down below. People were jumping out of the towers. And the noises they made upon impact. A man came running toward me. He had blood dripping down the side of his face. He needed help. I egged him on toward me as I held the front door open to give him shelter and aid. And just as he was running toward me, a piece of sheet metal, debris fallen from above, came bellowing down like a feather. It seesawed back and forth, and it descended right above the guy running to me. Till finally, it went right through the side of him. The man kept running to me, and he was in shock. After taking a few more steps, his body fell apart in two. He was split in half. There was nothing I could do. Nothing. Nothing I could have done to save him. I can't get him out of my mind. I can't. End scene.